Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is News Tower, and my paper is The Sounding Rocket. It is November of 31. We're going to try to get to the end of the year here, and I don't see a whole lot of fun stuff happening right now. We're not going to be adding anything. We do want to see what's holding things up here. Looks like it rectified. Yeah, and then we definitely want this story to hit with the gold. I think we'll mark that as priority. Get that done. Can we mark 2 of them? We can. There we go. I don't think that is really a problem. They should be working on that. Need to start deciding if we're going to start sending out a few more reporters, but there are other things to consider too, like hiring that lawyer. We need a little more funds, I think, to make that a really significant purchase. And then we also want to see, and we have things lined up for that. We have one. Okay, we need fame. So what gives us fame? Mostly entertainment and politics. So while we're out here, we're going to say entertainment and politics and see what we can get. And we'll jump on in here and get this one done. Well, I think I'm leaning towards this with influence points. Who, where, and why. Yeah, let's get that done. And I think we're good to go. All of our stories were carryovers from last week, so none of them should have old news on them, and that's good. We'll see what happens. Good chance we'll see Hot Topic this week. We didn't have one the last 2. Shot going to trial. All right, there we go. Shot going to trial. Shooter feared victims' upcoming testimony. Okay. Here's the news story. Politics. No fame, unfortunately, but maybe we'll get there. Here we go. Evelyn, have at it. There she goes. We still have this low paper light happening, and it wouldn't. There we go. I wonder if I had it. So in the previous episode, I couldn't get that to work, but I wonder if I had it. I can't have it scrolled off the screen, though. I could have been zoomed in some. I couldn't see the box to put the stuff in, and that was getting really frustrating. No fame here, but we'll go ahead and run it. We'll put Chester on it in case another one opens up quickly. Yeah, go for it, Serge. Lots of politics happening. There is a fame one, so we'll definitely bribe. Oh, we're gonna need more than that, aren't we? That's gonna do it. There we go. $110. But we got a good story. Evelyn, get on it. Oh, did I miss something there? I did. Here's another one with dirt. Politics with dirt. That never happens, right? Okay, we're going to go there. I'm going to go ahead and kill those now because I think we're good. We got another politic. Serge, going to improve his ability here. Where's he sitting? He's at 46. Needs to do a few more of those to bump up. Feeling pretty good about this edition, though. Just looking at my building there and trying to remember what my plan was. Okay, well, we get mobsters if we go that way. I meant to pause, and probably want to avoid that. However, it has a gold tag. Gold tags are, well, they're gold. We'll make that decision when we need to. We don't have to just yet. And, oh, here we get police fines. Even better. At least with the Mafia, we have something we can do about it. Can't do anything about police fines. Okay, there we go. I think we are getting close to the time where we're going to add yet another set of these guys. Maybe once we get the ad desk and things like that, that might make a little more sense. We should go out and see what the lawyer is going to cost us also. All right, so we like silver tags. Do we need any of that? I don't think we do. Nope, looks like we're getting covered for those. Looks like we're going to be covered for those. Yeah, I think this is whoever's available. Clifford. Yeah, let's go with Evelyn up here. All right. Yeah, I wanted to go and look at the map and see the lawyer. What does he set us back? 8 points, we have 16. That's not horrible. Lawsuit risk reduction. Lawsuit risks can no longer be severe and 75% of dodging it entirely. That's fantastic. That's a lot of points, but it's still fantastic, and you can get it without getting the lawyer. I'm going to wait a turn on the lawyer a week. Let's see what happens there. A couple of other things I wanted to check out. The next printer is 32. We're well away from that. The elevator is 25. We're well away from that. The pneumatic tube is even more, and the dumbwaiter is the same. Yeah, we got some time there. Other things at the courthouse, just the fancy light. Bobby is, yeah, he's with the mob. Police station. We, for crime, we could increase our crime there. Comfort, coat hanger, that's a good one for small increment close to desks and that. And this allows the security guard to react more quickly. Okay, so we see what's there. We know that one. We've looked at that one 100 times. We've looked at that one a few times. So they put in these buildings that have more scenarios attached to them, like Bobby's shop and the cathedral and that. And that kind of has reduced or at least moved around some of how a lot of the other stuff kind of fit together. And that's kind of interesting to me. Be good to get out here and see what they all do. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this week. Stories coming in. Stories going out. Well, I think we're going to run the risk here with the mobsters. Too bad the guy who doesn't fear mobsters isn't available. Let's send... this story is going to take a day and 6 hours. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Day and 6 hours. We're going to get a lot of mobsters. All right. Well, it was inevitable. All these are ready to advance. So the one with... Let's see what else. We'll wait on that one for now. This one... I think I'm comfortable with doing that one. Was that the one we looked at? We did. It was this one. That's the one with... Oh, well, we have a second half to this one. There we go. And if anybody's left, and they are, Serge, I guess we'll take the fine. Hopefully we miss it. Nope, we're going to get hit with the fine. No, I'm wrong. There it is. Good. Misread that. Happy about the outcome. And then we're going to come down here, and here comes the mob car. 3 gangsters, yeah. But the first thing we can do... Drop her right there, and she'll take care of one before they even get in the door. Boom, he's gone. Then we can drag her up here. She's everywhere. Go get him, go get him. Oh, she's going to go after that guy. Nuts. All right, well, that messes us up a little bit. And she got rid of one. Going after the other. This is going to need to be repaired now. They're already on their way down. All the mobsters are taken care of. Everybody can go back to work. Except this poor guy. Oh man, I'm really going to need him too, aren't I? Well, she's almost there. Okay. Well, let's get to the end of the day. More crime. Okay. Yep. Rolling right on through, and headquarters wish for resignation, stubborn operator. Pause that. Evelyn, get on it. Yes, boss. Okay, Evelyn's out there. Can't think of his name. Spider-Man Perry. Can't think of his first name. Or is that his first name? I'm not even sure. Anyway, that's who I feel like right now. Or is that Superman, now that I think about it? Oh, well, I'm not sure. Anyway, you got both of them. Always ordering people around. Okay, Carrie. That's looking good. We are at the end of the day. Just a little time left. There is the end. Are you sure you don't want to? No, of course I want to print this week. That came up because I hit space, folks. I thought I needed to pause. I didn't need to pause. That's on me. Okay, as long as I don't move just one to the left, I'm going to be okay. Well, this is our top story by far. And then what else do we have? Everything from here up. Not too bad. I think I'm going to put this on page 2. You used to get double. You'd get double points for that. I could get triple by putting it on the front page, but I feel like I missed too many subscriptions in that if I were to do that. So I'm going to pass on that. So far we have not done many of the things they want, but we'll get to it. Huh, okay. Well, I think we'll put this fame one right here then. That takes care of the mayor. He's all happy. 2 points from the mayor, and then more politics. These match, although it matches here or it matches there. It doesn't make a big difference, so we'll do that. Then this third page, we'll start with that story. Feel like that's a good move. And then what's left? Well, we need to do the adventure, and there's crime in that one. No crime here. Entertainment, there's some entertainment. Go with that. The grand opening, that's a match, or the unveiling. And then we have these two. Well, that's one. That takes care of that. Those guys are all done. Oh, no, don't do that. And we just need to put in one more story. Well, we have 2 here. 1 left. So right, neutral, left, 3 to the left. So we're 3 to the left. If we look at this one. Wow, we're on the extreme end there. Okay, well, it is what it is. For this last story, then, we'll just do, well, more tags is better. So we'll do that. It gets us to 196,000. Okay. They cut Dick Tracy. Wow, why would they do that? This is why I love this paper? Come on, he wasn't that bad. 8 on news items, so it did double it, and then 1 for the district and 2 for the hidden agenda. Awesome. That's, I think, our biggest point gain so far. I think we can get the lawyer now. Moving forward, yep. That was good, got that point. 2,000 more subscribers. He's happy with us. Let's see what happens here. Oh, maybe it needs to go down 1 more. They cease all communication. Reputation can no longer be earned. I'm kind of okay with that. Those are the most brutal that happen. Of course, maybe it makes them mad at you too, and they just do more and more crap. I don't know. We only moved over 1 after all that. Okay, I'm still not understanding quite how that flows, so we'll need to figure that out. And that all looks good. Some folks getting promoted. At this point, I'm not even going to bother with the Mafia. The Mafia publisher. This is Mr. Curry, a powerful friend. He's a boss. Okay, how do you do? I hear great things about your newspaper. We could use some good press right about now. That's right. You know, gentlemen, sometimes I shave. When I shave, I get to thinking. Goodness. Maybe leave the thinking to us, Jim. Ouch. Ouch. Driven by improper and illegal considerations, they say, but I merely serve the public. Quiet. We don't talk openly about those things, James, especially in front of the hounding media. Well, you were just being nice to us, and now we're hounds? All right. We need to find out who's investigating Mayor Walker, cozy up to the chief of police. We need to make that a priority. I would bet that this has to do with us getting closer to the chief of police range here, and that'll probably be why this is coming up. But we already have that story afoot. We're going to go ahead and go with them because this is an easy win. I also want to see what happens when you lose the Mafia. Okay, and then we're going to go up here so we can get to the ads. We have 2 of the 3. If we can find an unveiling, we are golden. Lots of good stuff. We don't have an unveiling yet, but you never know. And here's an adventure. Get out there, Clifford. We need paper. Okay. Had a comment where somebody said the auto paper is a game changer, and I guess I'm starting to agree with that more than I think I did. I wish this guy would do his job and get the dang coal in that up here. He really isn't at all, is he? I should follow him around for this week. See what the heck he's doing. Here he's bringing a box of paper down, well, to the printer. That makes sense. That's what we want him to do, right? Here he's putting it in. Great. Thought I heard an alarm there. Now he's getting water. Now he's going over here and going down. He's probably going all the way down there. That makes sense. Ah, this one has a lot of moving parts, doesn't it? So it's got a red herring, which is a negative tag, but okay, well, we can probably deal with that. We have mobsters at the end if we end up getting the evidence. Boy, this could be interesting. Let's send Stefan out first. Probably should have checked to see what the second one coming in is. Straight crime story. We don't have anybody. Now we do. There we go. And then sports. Still paused? We are. NFL season concludes at Lambeau Field. Awesome. That means the Packers are involved. Gotta love that. Well, this is kind of an easy one. We'll take that lawsuit for a gold tag, I think. The risk of a lawsuit. There is no lawsuit yet. We'll go that route. Okay. Oh, where did he go? We're still watching where he ends up. Is he finally coming out to the street? Turn on stairwell mode. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, he's carrying paper. Okay. Okay, so I think part of the issue, and now he's getting water. Part of the issue is he probably has to go up and all the way down, then up, back around in order to get it because of how we have things laid out. I get that. That's not going to change anytime soon. Come on, go that way. And we might win this one out. There we go. Yay. Good. And then we've got these updating. Here's a mayor story with somebody getting hospitalized and then mobsters, but yet another gold tag there. Wow, it is early in the week. Now's the time to do this. Crime. Who's my crime? So we're gonna Clifford's gonna be the sacrificial lamb for this one, so we need to keep him available for the next 15 hours. So no moving him onto this. Sorry, Clifford. And then, oh, well, it's mobsters. We're gonna wait on that. I'm okay sacrificing Clifford down here on the other story. So we'll wait on that. That's probably about 15 hours. So where are we? You almost done there, pal? He is now, and now we can send Clifford to this one, and there's a chance he'll survive. Nope, he's gonna be in the middle. Probably 3 days, 4 days. 4 days in the hospital. Sorry, Clifford. You're a good man. But that means we have 2 stories waiting for people now. Oh, well, no, this is... Oh, we have to do both halves of this. So yeah, I do want to do that. There we go. And then we will have to wait on this one or... Well, this one's closer to complete, so we'll sit here on this one. Hopefully Stefan turns in soon, and he did. Yeah, we knew we were going to anger the mobsters. 3 more? 4? 4 mobsters. That's worse. This is when we want to get that alarm to put over the door here. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. It'll help a little bit. That's right here. We obtain the alarm bell. Yay, we got the alarm bell. We come back over here and we install the alarm bell. And I just put it right there. Sound the alarm. Can't remember if we actually hear it or not. So you notice she's already going into action. I'm going to drag her there, but I'm not going to drag her back up. I'm going to let her do her thing right there. She got rid of one already. She's hanging around with the other ones. You know, if we put a door here, it'll slow them down. Oh, the other thing we could do is just game the system entirely, and you can put walls up so that they can't go anywhere and take the stairs out. That is one thing to do. Yeah, it's a little gamey. I'm going to hold off on that for now, but just know you do have some options if you really can't afford the penalty there. And there is, we knew this was coming soon, hot topic. So let's see what we got there. Pause. Always important to pause on those. You need time to think. Okay, 4, well, we can never do these 4, and nobody is available. We are skipping this altogether. Sorry, guys. Just going to have to do that. In fact, we can free up the... Oh, we don't have the option. It'll free up on its own in a day. So I don't have anybody to work them. I'm not going to go out and hire 4 to get that done. I'm just not going to do that. So instead, we're over here waiting for this. Come on, go get them. Here goes another mobster right there. Just the one left now. Let's see if we can get to this. Still no. Carrie is almost done. And then over here, let's send Chester. Ooh, 4 influence points if we get this one in, though. Maybe we don't send Chester. Let's go with that. Do you want to come sit on this one? There we go. Carrie, get out there. Yeah, we're going to be a little light this time. Yeah, they're busting things up. Jerks. Okay. And where's our maintenance guy? Oh, there she is. She'll get on it. She'll be there very, very quickly. Her timer is reset. I think this just shortens her timer is what I think it helps with. And this guy carrying coal. Okay, at least he's doing it. I'm going to help him out a little bit. I don't feel like I should have to, but at least we did watch and he was doing stuff, even though he was doing it slowly. So I'm not doing anything else right this second anyway, right? I don't like leaving this stuff. I think when it starts raining, it should like damage the paper if you leave it outside. I think that would be an interesting spin on the game. Who knows? Someday, right? Oh, do we have anything going? We do. Need to pay attention, Chad. And this is cutting that a little closer than I had hoped. 1 day, 12 hours. Yeah, that's not going to get done. Well, he'll be finishing it. I don't think it can get done. Well, we'll have 4 influence points for next week. So that's good news, right? And we have helped our maintenance guy, or our runner. Here's the cleaner. As I mentioned, this gets really messy, so that irritates people when they have to traipse through it. All right, well, we're out to the last one of these, and we could end up with more mobsters. And we're ending up with more mobsters. 4 more? Crap. Not good timing there. Okay. Evelyn, you're up. We never got an unveiling. I should have checked the boxes. I didn't think to do that. Yeah, kind of lost track of it. I started to say I didn't think it would matter. It isn't that I didn't think that. I just didn't think about it at all. I heard the ding ding. Okay, that wasn't it though. All right. So, yeah. Come on. I am going to need to put some doors up to slow them down. Not liking how frequently that's happening or how quickly. So, get them out of here. She's still fixing his desk, for crying out loud. At least that's going now. But we're about to get the bells. There they are. More stories, though. Well, we can be caught up for next week, I guess, right? Here's that protest, Evelyn. I didn't even hit pause, did I? And then we have... Ah, this unlocks a toy. That's good. Which way do we want to go on that? Let's go this way. Let's go this way. We have to do them both. Okay, yeah. Carrie, we could use your help on... There's an unveiling. A little bit late, but that's all right. Start up here. Chester, why don't you do the bottom one there? Okay. And we are at the end of the day. And I unpaused because that's what I do. They pause when that comes up, so that's good to know. I'm not going to worry about the lefty-righty stuff so much today. I guess I could a little bit. Prefer to go to the right if I have any options. Okay, and then we have all these wonderful tags. Old news, old news. Want to avoid that. Here's gold and silver, but with a red herring. Gold and silver, no red herring. We're going to put that in the triple. We'll put this guy right here. Notice that's a 20,000 match there because of the gold and then the silver. And then we also matched a bronze. So that's fantastic. That was really good. So we're looking at crime, economics, evidence. I don't think we have any more of the gold. Not that's ready. How far out is that? Come on. Well, there we go. 2 days at least. So, nah, not going to happen right now. Okay, well, no, I want sort by highest, sort by readiness. That's what we want. Everything from here down. I wish you could just hide these on this screen so they don't even show up. I suppose it is important they show up because you could cut things and then make it fit, right? But I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. So we're going to go to page 2 real quick. We're going to drop this gold one in right there. That makes a lot of sense. And we have a sport tag to match that. Do we have gossip? I don't see gossip. Do we have... That's the only sport one. So we'll go with that. Back out to here. It was economics. We have that. We have protesters. Here we have economics that are silver. Here we have a level 2 reporter. Didn't help as much as I had hoped. I'll put that one back for now. Let's go with this other economics, unrest. Okay, and then page 2 here. I don't think we're going to have any matches for that. So let's go ahead and go to page 3. Oh, we don't have anything started for this one either. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll go with that. So then we'll take the silver one here. And he's economics as well. I almost feel like if that's the case, we do that. Not a huge difference, but page 1 had crime, so we put that one. That's a match. That's better. Page 2, we don't have a match at all. We do have crime. This was, yeah, that was a really good match. We don't want to mess with that. And this one, do we have any more matching? We do not. So we're going to go with this. We only have the 9 items, so that works out, actually. It's not perfect, but we're at 215. Was our high 214? I guess we'll know in a second, won't we? Let's go. Making enemies, becoming hated by a faction. Record sales, we did it. All right, so the Mafia is now going to be angry with us. We'll have to see what that does. No money for the hidden agenda, but we did get influence, and that's good, and we got record sales. We missed the district. That's right, we were waiting for an unveiling, weren't we? And we just didn't get it. So, all right, well, a friend in blue. Yeah, so this is where we pick up, oh, Chief of Police. There we go, and I'm sure he will have new missions for us. Hopefully more investigative and less ethically questionable, you know? That's my hope. And then these guys went down. You should stop by his office. You really should. Okay, I can do that. Wow, it didn't even tell us the mob's mad at us. I just hope that doesn't mean that every other story we get has mobsters now, because that just is not going to be fun if that's the case. Not going to enjoy that at all. But here we are here. That's good. Okay. Still no senior folks. Soon, though. I think we're getting there. Let's leave that recap. And we notice the Mafia hideout is no longer available to us. Look who's dumb enough to step up to the plate again. Listen close, because I ain't saying it twice. You're out, done, benched for good. Now run, you ain't worth the wood I was... All right, whatever. So no love from that guy, and I'm assuming that means Bobby's shop. Unless the Mafia family vouchers, come back when the Don finds you ready. All right, well, we're done with that whole strand of items, it looks like. Those aren't going to improve. And then I guess we're done with the mayor? He's giving a ribbon cutting. Try again next week. Okay, well, our only option here is the ladies don't print any negative tags. That one we can probably accomplish. Leave no empty spots. That we can probably accomplish. One revealing. That can be hard. Can be anywhere, so there's no reason to focus. We get a point in high society. We get 2. Well, there's no other options. There's no huge downside here. We're taking that. And then beyond that, we have that ribbon. We don't have a ribbon cutting now. Okay. We do have... Come on, click somewhere else. No, let's do this one over here. I want to... Okay. Oh, that's the one that's currently selected is why. Okay, what if I wanted to come up here? I don't want to click Harlem. I want to click what's behind Harlem. Maybe I have to select another district. There we go. Ad agency. Okay, so we can get the sales desk for 8 points now. That is good. That could be very helpful. The other thing is, I think we could maybe get the elevator. Nope, we're 1. Oh, no, we can. 3 points. We can get the elevator. That definitely helps, but maybe we wait just a little longer on that. The sales desk brings in revenue. That's good. They help with our bottom line a little bit. And yeah, I'd already clicked them, hadn't I? What do we have here? Okay, let's finish that one out. Get that one done. And that'll take care of that. Okay, well, this is News Tower. Thanks for joining me. This is my Let's Play. It's my 3rd one on this. I really enjoy this game. And we will pick up right here. It'll be January of 32. Welcome to 1932. And we will start in the next one. Until then, fair travels.